Okay, guys, hopefully this thing is sounding good. If it's not, let me know. I'm here in the bar again. I need to let me put this in social media. Hold on. If you're coming to the live stream, just put thumbs up if you can hear me good or not. I'll be starting this thing very, very soon. That's not what I wanted to do. So on our show today, I have a special guest that's going to be talking about fantasy. We're going to be doing some fantasy. If you guys appreciate that, man. If you guys are late to set up your fantasy lineups and all that, check out. We're going to be talking about the preview of the game. I'm here at BlueGrass in Baltimore. So hopefully the audio sounds good. Everything should be good. The other thing I'm trying to do here, again, I apologize because I was a little late here. So we can get this thing started. So at 10:40, I have a special guest here. He's gonna join me to do fantasy, daily fantasy, and what Ravens or Texans do you want to play this week? Again, I'm here at BlueGrass today. Come join me. It's gonna be fun. If you like, you can be part of the live stream. I can put you here next to me. You can say what you think about the game and all that good stuff. In the meantime, I would like to know, I see a couple of yous popping up, who do you think is going to be the... Oh, wait, this is not it. This is not good. Who do you... Give me some score prediction while I set up all this thing out. Give me some score prediction. Who you think is going to win and all that good stuff. So the other thing is, guys, I still cannot take phone calls here. I'm working on it. As part of the learning curve. It's part of the learning curve. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. There you go. Okay, let me see here. So Brandon Henderson, what up, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Baltimore 410, Jay Will, Terry, Randy, Osvaldo Cruz, Saludo Boricua. Importante juego de hoy. Yes, it is. Miguel, thank you, man. Nancy, I love you, Beba. Lady Brand, what's up? Thank you for joining. 35-17 Ravens. You know what? I love it. I think it's going to be a 6-point game. I put my prediction was... What was my prediction? 27-33 was my prediction. So Osvaldo, similar score. I have them scoring a little bit more. Johnny, see, I think Johnny Williams is a little bit closer to that target line. Go Dynasty. Not on prediction, but Texans running defense is soft. Ooh, you're the first one that says that. By the way, if you haven't, also, when I finish the live stream, I did me and Nubo, actually, my channel, you can check that video. We did a live stream of the game with a Texans podcaster. So that was very fun. It was a good insights and all that. Pedro Medina, 31-21. I like that score. Pecan, what up, man? Eric, what's up? Johnny, Extreme 1500. Should we double Hopkins since Fuller is out? Let's start with questions while I wait for my boy to join. Again, we're gonna do some live stream, or I'm gonna have a special guest. It's the SKU podcast. Sorry, guys, my throat it's not happy with me right now. The SKU podcast. He's gonna be talking about a little bit of fantasy. So if you're like on the wire, what should I do fantasy wise? What lineup should I set up? If you're into daily fantasy, he's gonna talk a little bit about that. What Raven should you start? What Raven you should sit? Okay. No, Pedro Medina, I'm not going to the game, but I'm gonna be here until noon, live streaming. If you wanna grab some burgers, grab some beer, come in. They're just opening, so the bar is getting open now, so it's early. But I start early until noon, and then from here you can head up to the game. I wish I can go to the game. I'm not going to the game. Josh Abrams, I like that score prediction. But okay, so should we double D Hop? I don't think so. I think Humphrey has shown that he can guard the best receiver. And if you check my previous live stream, I did say that that we are gonna put on Fuller or Humphrey, but since Fuller's not there, hold on. I have my boy here.
What's going on, man?
Hey, give me a second. Let me finish my train of thoughts and then we'll start, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so what I was saying is I will put Humphrey on D-Hop, and D-Hop, it's not that he's going to shut him down, but D-Hop doesn't beat you over the top, and Humphrey's fairly fast to, keep to him, keep with him, okay? Humphrey is strong, and then if Humphrey also is getting tired because D-Hop is an excellent receiver, he's, physical, then you move him with Peters or somebody or Smith or one of the others, okay? Yeah, man, go Dynasty. BlueGrass is a very cool place. It's a good bar. It's a nice bar. It's a Ravens bar. So come join us. Anyway, let's segue here to talk fantasy for the next 10 to 15 minutes because I asked my boy from Times Crew to come join the live stream because this is the time. Hey, I'm setting my fantasy lineups. I'm like, yo, Who should I start? So here, give me, who are your sleepers for this week?
Yeah, so there's a ton of sleepers for this week. There's some really critical guys, especially if you're playing FanDuel right now, which is what we're talking about right now. There are some incredible deals to go out and get. The first guy I want to talk about is Derek Carr. Derek Carr is only $7,400 on FanDuel. My guy gets to go against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are the only winless team. You know about the Bengals, how bad they are.
I haven't heard that name.
Is terrible, right? Derek Carr has actually been giving you a pretty good fantasy season so far. I mean, he's averaging close to about 16 fantasy points a game. If you can get that from your quarterback for $7,400 on FanDuel, that's absolutely incredible. The next guy I want to talk about is Brian Hill. Brian Hill is the running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Devontae Freeman is out this week. Ito Smith is out for the year. Brian Hill is really the only running back on the roster, and they get to go against this Carolina defense who has given up big time games to the running back position before. He's only $5,900 on FanDuel, so you're getting an absolute steal right there. And then my next two are kind of a combo, still from the same game. We've got DJ Moore and Calvin Ridley. DJ Moore is only $6,000 on FanDuel, and Calvin Ridley is $5,500. Both these guys are averaging over 10 points a game. You're not going to get that from anybody else when it comes to that kind of price range. DJ Moore, over his last two games, have actually been pretty good for your fantasy team. When they win against Green Bay, he got 16.5 fantasy points. We saw him have 9 receptions on 11 targets for 120 yards. And then against Tennessee, he had 13.6 fantasy points, 10 targets, 7 receptions, 101 yards. That's back-to-back games of over 100 yards. I see this happening again against this depleted Falcons defense. I think that's going to be pretty critical for your DFS team, as well as Calvin Ridley. My guy, Calvin Ridley, does not have to compete with Austin Hooper.
That's a sore spot in here in Baltimore.
Yeah, does not have to compete with Mohamed Sanu. He's going to see an uptick in targets of close to around 30%. That is massive for what this guy is doing. Last year, we saw him have 3 touchdown type games. I think this could be a game like that just due to the fact that Julio Jones is going to get the number 1 coverage. So we could very easily see Calvin Ridley have a massive game this week. And then when it comes to the tight end position, when you're setting your FanDuel lineup, for $5,100, you can get Noah Fant. Now, I this is a little bit out there, but
Fant.
You hear me out with Noah Fant. I've loved Noah Fant the whole offseason. So is my co-host Pride. We both thought that he was going to just absolutely tear it up this
Me
season for
too.
being a rookie.
Flacco loves T tight ends.
And that's the funny thing. When Flacco was the quarterback, we actually saw not too many good games. We saw a lot of 3.4, 5.3, 3.2, a 1.1, 2.6. We saw some bad games. But as soon as Flacco went out and they brought in the new quarterback against Cleveland, we saw 4 targets, 3 receptions for 115 yards and a touchdown. I think after this bye week, we're going to see more of the same. Remember, Emmanuel Sanders, not on this team anymore. Courtland Sutton's going to get that number 1 coverage. Noah Fant has been a touchdown threat his entire career. Just look at him at Iowa. He was a massive touchdown guy.
I like him.
Your likelihood of getting a touchdown from Noah Fant today is actually pretty good. And when you're looking for a tight end, that's what you're going for when you're kind of going from the bottom of the barrel. I'm not willing to pay up for Mark Andrews in this situation. I love Mark Andrews.
Ooh.
Hold on. I love Mark Andrews in regular fantasy. He is my he's in my lineup in my league of record. But when it comes to daily fantasy, I'm looking to stay away because he's $5,000 more than Noah Fant. And give me the touchdown upside with Noah Fant.
Let me say something before you keep going. This is guys, by the way, thank you everybody that is joining the live stream. If you haven't, hit a thumbs up. And also in the description below, there's the address of where I'm streaming at if you want to come and join me. But this dude has this is my guy that sends me trade requests all the time with some BS, and then I had to use counter, and the counter, he never likes my counter. He never likes the counter.
That's so annoying. Like, there have been multiple times this season in my league of record where literally I'll send a competent trade. I'll send I'll send like a Mark Ingram for Leonard Fournette, or something along those lines, and they'll hit me with can I get Hopkins and Julio Jones for Kareem Hunt? And it's like, come on, guy. Come on, what is this? There are some people just have no idea how to trade when it comes to fantasy.
I'm playing you this week.
Yeah. I'm looking to take you down this week.
Look at this. I'm playing this dude. Okay, finish what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. So those are some of the bigger guys. Now, when it kind of comes to really setting your whole lineup, the big lineup that I've got going today: Derek Carr, Brian Hill, and then you have to also throw in some studs there. So some studs that I went with. Yeah, go for it.
No, you froze. That was.
Okay. So some of the big studs that I went in there with, I went in with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook gets to take on this Denver defense. This Denver defense isn't as good as we're used to them being. They've given up big-time games on the ground. Dalvin Cook, if CMC wasn't having the season he was having, then he would be, the clear-cut number 1 running back on the season. So I think Dalvin Cook is going to get those 20 attempts, and he's going to give you a solid game. That's what you need out of your running back position. Mike Evans is somebody who the last time they went against the Saints gave you a 0-point game. But that's because Marshawn Lattimore was shadow covering him. Marshawn Lattimore is going to be out this week, and this secondary is absolutely atrocious without Marshawn Lattimore. So you're going to see Chris Godwin have a massive game, and you're going to see Mike Evans have a massive game. Get those two in your lineup, whether it's a DFS or whether it's actual fantasy. Those two have got to be in your lineup this week. I also think Jameis Winston has to be in your lineup. Jameis Winston is actually having a really sneaky season. Like, yes, he's got a lot of turnovers, but he's the number 11 quarterback on the season.
Jameis Winston is this guy. Jameis Winston is a guy that in real life you hate because as your quarterback, he gives you an L. In fantasy, you remember Bortles? Bortles was a horrible quarterback, but in fantasy, he was halfway decent because he got so many yards and so many touchdowns on garbage time. And in the case of Winston, he likes to fling it. He will get a lot of turnovers, but he gets a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, that's exactly who Jameis Winston is. He's going to turn the ball over sometimes, but he can also give you a 4-touchdown performance. I think that happens against the Saints this week, as well as Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas absolutely has to be in your DFS lineup if you can make it happen. Going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the last time, he gave you 30 points, and that was with Teddy Bridgewater as the quarterback. Now you're telling me it's Drew Brees. Now, is he going to get 30 points again? Maybe not. Maybe we will see a little bit of regression. Defenses do tend to kind of get better as the season goes, especially when it's interdivision. But I do see Michael Thomas still giving you 20, 25, maybe even 30 points again this week. I think walking away with a touchdown and close to 100 yards. Those are some big names that I think that you should kind of go after. Some other guys that you can go after, those guys would be like Zach Pascal. Zach Pascal is around that kind of Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore type of range, but he gets the luxury of having Jacoby Brissett back. When Brissett's in the lineup, Zach Pascal is a touchdown threat. And a lot of what has to do with DFS is how can you get cheap guys and what is their touchdown upside? That touchdown upside is very critical to their success. I think Zach Pascal has that. And with that, I think he should probably be in your lineup this week.
Okay, so now let's talk about Ravens.
Yep.
What Raven do you see can be impactful this week for your fantasy lineup? Obviously this dude. There's no question.
Yeah, no question at all. Lamar Jackson is auto start in your lineup. DFS, it's a little bit more difficult because how expensive he is. I mean, he's $10,000. He's $4,000 over the average for
he's expensive.
So yeah, he's the most expensive quarterback. So with no question, I personally think Lamar Jackson's the MVP. So right now, you can't play him in DFS, but in regular fantasy, he's absolutely got to be in your lineup. This is going to be a matchup where I think the Ravens are going to have to keep up. Right, I think the Ravens are going to have to be running and throwing the ball, and that's going to start with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, he could very easily have 100 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown and throw for 200 and another couple touchdowns if he really wanted to. I think Lamar Jackson's a really safe start. And then when you look at the other pieces, I think Mark Andrews is an auto start. Mark Andrews last week finally had that big week we have all been waiting for in fantasy. So Mark Andrews is right back into your lineup. Same stats and analysis applies to him. This is going to be a game where points are going to go up on the board. It's going to be an exciting game. He is when they get to the red zone, he's the guy they target, man. And plus, he leads the team in targets anyways. This guy's an absolute auto start. I'm not really interested in playing the other tight ends. When it comes to wide receivers, I'm 1,000%. I'm putting Marquise Brown in my lineup. He should have a big game. He's a speed threat, and I don't really see the Texans matching up too well against the speed threat kind of guy. I think he can easily break a 60, 70, 80-yard touchdown this week. And that one play is kind of the equivalent to that Mecole Hardman or Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs, because all it takes is one play and you've got a great fantasy output from them. I think we're going to see some of that this week from him. And then Mark Ingram, you're putting Mark Ingram in your lineup. I think he's always a touchdown threat. He's been kind of iffy for your lineup as of recently, but I do think he's going to get back on track this game. I think he could very easily walk out with 80 yards and a touchdown.
Okay, as we wrap up, there's something I want to tell you. You cannot play any Raven against me this week.
No, I'm definitely playing.
Because you have Mark Andrews, you have Ingram. I don't want to see none of that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it. I'm pretty sure when it came to that draft, I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Mark Andrews. I think it was Mark Andrews. I saw you were like one of the only other teams who didn't have a tight end, and I said, if I let Mark Andrews go here, I know I'm not getting this guy. So I said, yep, that's the bag right there. I'm getting him, and it's gonna feel so good to play him against you.
Anyway, where they can find you, man?
Yeah, so you guys can follow us on Twitter, TimesSkewPod. Instagram is the same thing. You can check us out on the web, timeskewed.com. That's TINESKEWED.com. Got plenty of articles going up there. We're also growing our writing staff, so we should be incorporating a lot more over there. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can check us out. And as well as we got these sick new shirts that we just dropped, which you can find on our website. Save 10% with the code SKEW10. And yeah, that's where you can find us. Hopefully some of you guys enjoyed some of these takes and come listen to the full show.
Thank you, bro. See
awesome.
you later,
I
man.
Appreciate it, man. Anytime.
Hopefully Ingram and Andrews kill it this week for you and your fantasy, and then the rest just tank.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Take care, bro.
All right, I appreciate it. See you, man.
Okay, guys. Now let's talk a little bit more in depth, Raven. Like I said, I want to have a segment here for fantasy, because I know a lot of people are sending their fantasy picks. Also, again, come here, BlueGrass. I know Dre, you're asking me where's this at. If you check the comment section, not the comments, the description of the video, there's the address for this place. They're gonna have the game. It's a nice bar, it's a relaxed bar. You can come, chill, drink. Soon I'm gonna have some burger from here, so I'll let you know. But what I hear is top notch. So, AJC Senior, hey Sonny, Ravens going to take down the Texans. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, before we keep going, I have a special guest here. You see him in my chat before. You see him in my chat here before. And if you follow me in some of the collabs, you see him here. Come say hi to my boy, Craven. Some Raven. What up, man?
What's good, man? What an intro. You must be drinking.
I'm drinking, but I'm drinking water today. I'll
Not
drink
just
water.
water. No,
Yeah,
that's
the
definitely
throat.
vodka. It's game day.
It is game day. The throat is not very happy with me, so I didn't want to drink any beer or anything. So let's talk about this question. Let's start with the big thing. Are we taking down the Texans today? Now, my guys here know my score prediction is 33-27 Ravens. I want to know what you think, and then we can go more in depth. We have here until noon, so we're gonna have Craven here with us. What's your thoughts?
In the podcast that I did breaking down this game, I said 42-33. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. But I also said, when it seems like all the stars are aligning that looks tasty. When all
Yeah,
the
man.
stars are aligning for it to be a high
That's good
scoring
too.
game, usually that's when the football gods say, go fuck yourself. It's not going to be a high scoring game. So I see the Ravens winning 42-33. But I also had a dream last night where we got blown out. So hopefully that
Oh,
doesn't come true. I also had a dream that we were drafting
nightmare.
Jalen Carroll. So don't take it as what it is. So
Oh, by the way, I didn't say this. Go check out my boy's YouTube channel. And I would say Craven is one of the ones that I don't do good. This wings are good. I haven't done a good job on this, but if you won, or yeah, so sometimes in Baltimore there's a lot of traffic. It is. Craven, different from most of us, has an audio. I think this is how you started. More audio than YouTube. I think on YouTube you just push the audio there. So guys, if you do audio in I don't know Snitcher podcast, like your Apple podcast and all that, and you're sitting in traffic, you check my boy's audio version. That should be good.
yeah, I like doing the audio because I can just right now I live in Albuquerque currently, and so it's about to be 9 o'clock. So I just rolled out of bed and I saw you put in the chat like, hey, you want to come on? So woke up like this. I was going to record an episode, breaking down each and every kind of game this week and go over some bets that I made. But instead, I'm on here doing this. I was going to try to do it last night.
Who you betting? Tell me who you're betting.
Well, on Thursday, I lost this bet. See if I can find it. All right, you can see my card. So I had the Steelers winning, and then the Steelers and then Browns on the under. I tried to parlay it because that's how I thought it would go. I thought the only real thing in that game was the Steelers defense, and I'm an idiot because of course they decided to just shit the bed. So
that's not good.
I hit the under, but it doesn't count when you parlay. So another bet that I made was the Patriots in the over-under at -4. I put $30 on that because I think they're going to smack the Eagles. I think, we beat them and then they go into the bye. Bill Belichick now has ammo to go into the bye and really just trash on his team, really get angry at them. Like, oh, you think you're good? You think you're the best defense? And now it gives them fuel to really give a beat down in the locker room. So I think they're going to come out swinging and really just dominate the Eagles.
Let me say something. Go Dynasty Raven. You're right. These wings are insane.
They look good.
Oh, my God, man. I know you're coming here to a game, Craven. We need to swing by here. These wings are insane.
Yeah, I don't know what my plans are going to be, but because I'm meeting up with a buddy who lives in D.C., but he's a 49ers fan, so.
Go ahead. Keep going, man.
All right, yeah. So I made. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I made like 6 bets. So I also bet Cardinals 49ers the over at 46.5. You know, the 49ers, they have a good defense, but I mean the Cardinals, they've been putting up points on damn near everybody. You know, Kyler Murray pulls something out of his butt, so I see that going over. But you know, betting, it's always like, oh, this is definitely going to happen, and then it doesn't. So that's one bet I have. I got the Ravens in the spread at -4. I know I said I had a dream, but screw the dream.
Look at that. Look at that. I
Hey,
agree with
I've already
AJ
said-
Green Sr. I agree with him completely.
100%.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about matchups. These matchups are important in this game. So I think. Oh, so AJ, if you check the description below, if you check this video, the description, there's the address. It's called BlueGrass. It's in Baltimore. It's about a block from Power Plant. So, like I said to a lot of you guys, you can swing by your electric scooter, swing by, grab a drink here. If you want to be here on the video, you can come. You can save your thoughts and then give good beer. Like I said, it's good. Oh my, the winds are insane, and then you can head over there. Which the food is good over there. I don't know if I had tasted as good as a bone wing as the one in here. Anyway, so matchup. We're talking about matchup. I said this is my thought before I knew Fuller was out. Humphrey and Fuller because of the speed. Because I think Peters is fast, not that fast. Jimmy Smith is not that fast anymore. I think both of them can contain, not stop, contain D-Hop. So now that Fuller's not playing, now I'm going to flip it. I think Humphrey should shadow D-Hop and let the other two just go with the other receivers. And on the red zone, I think Jimmy Smith should go on Fells, the tight end. That's their red zone threat. That's their red zone, guy. What is your thoughts?
I'm kind of, I believe in the philosophy of putting your best corner on their number 2 wide receiver and then doubling their best wide receiver. But at a certain point, sometimes it's just, man, just don't mess with it. Just double Hopkins with your best guys. Don't even mess around and just hope like Brandon Carr and I don't know who you consider our second cornerback. Is it Jimmy Smith or is it Peters?
I trust Jimmy more. I know people are high Peters because Peters are doing pick six and all this stuff. I'm high on my boy Jimmy coming back, but yeah, keep going, man. Sorry.
Yeah, just I would say don't mess around and just double him with your 2 best guys. Don't play around with Hopkins because the dude will make you look foolish. He's just one of these guys that can catch everything. Now he doesn't have all the crazy numbers this year, but I mean, I remember that game last time we played him where he had to get a new jersey at the end of the game. That thing was so ripped up. There was somehow like not nearly as many pass interference calls as there should have been. You saw they were holding him like crazy with the ripped jersey.
And I need that. I need to allow physicality. I need this game. If it is ticky-tacky, that's when the game starts being problematic. I don't want that. I want physicality. I want it to be tough. I want it to be gritty. Yeah, so go Dynasty Raven. I'm going to talk to the Chef Will. I'm going to see if we can do maybe a watch game, like a watch party game. We'll. Thank you. Ooh, man. It's good stuff. Look at this, man. Look at this.
Oh, nice.
This is awesome.
Is that a Moscow Mule?
I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to try it too.
Do they serve alcohol that early?
Tequila Sunrise? Oh, Sunrise. Tequila
it's
Sunrise.
Early in the morning. Got to get Tequila Sunrise.
There you go, man. So going back, I think Humphrey, we have seen him shadow the best receiver, right? We saw it against Cleveland. We saw it against New England. We saw it against Seahawks. So, and against Seattle and New England, those were shorter, shifty guys. D-Hop is not a shifty, better receiver, better hands, stronger receiver. But I think that's what Marlon prefers. A guy that he can put a hand, you get him be physical, can be hard. What is your thoughts, man?
Yeah, it's definitely a better matchup. Talking Pokemon, it's water versus water or like fire versus fire. It's not, you're not dealing with like the opposites, you're not crossing elements here. So I definitely think that, he definitely likes to be physical. And when you get these small, shifty guys, they can just juke around you like, and then they're gone, so they can't duck around them, can't duck under him because they're kind of built the same way. Marlon Humphrey, for his size, I mean, the dude looks like a linebacker sometimes. I remember like early on in the season when he pushed back that that pulling tackle or pulling guard. It's like that's an offensive lineman, and the dude's holding his own, stacking him up and shedding the block. It's like, oh my gosh, that's a thing of beauty. Technique, man. He's killing it, and I definitely want to see him on Hopkins. I don't want to see Hopkins go up. I think Hopkins gets his right. It seems like everybody that faces us, someone gets theirs, and this is going to be one of the better offenses we will have faced so far this year, and so I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
You see, you need to be positive. Don't get my boy Johnny Williams all nervous, man. Don't do that to him. By the way, this drink is a bomb. Chef made a hell of a drink here. Perfect for the morning too. It's perfect for the morning. Very, very. It reminds me of Puerto Rico. Anyway, so
I'll shut up about the dreaming.
You're fine, bro. So O-line, I think Tunsil's playing, right? Their O-line is not super strong, but our D-line is not super strong either now, right? Pass rushes haven't been great. Oh, Craven, I think you froze, bro. You there? Uh-oh. We might have you see what we did to Great Craven? I will forever hate y'all because of the Super Bowl. What? Team Triple G, are you coming to this game? Are you coming? I need to keep eating these wings. They're super good. Miguel, mother una. Good. Johnny, you see, man? You see what you did to him? He's out. He was like, I can't deal with this. Which BlueGrass are you? Down? Oh, the one in. This is the one in what do you call this? Fairfield. This is the one. It's attached to the Fairfield Hotel. It's really good. Okay, my boy's back. There you go. There you go, man.
All right, there we go.
I got scared.
Nah, it like here, 1 second.
It has you double.
All right.
I got him back. Javon B, what up, man?
Hear myself. It's kind of crazy.
But you're good?
Weird. Yeah.
Okay, go
That
ahead.
was strange. It just kind of like paused.
Okay, that's fine. So I was talking about O-line and D-line, and I said our pass rushers, they ain't great right now. Tulsa's a good left tackle. Their right tackle is average at best, but that's where Judon's going to be. Okay, that's where Judon's going to be, right? But we don't have Pierce in the middle. I don't know how Pecco's coming from not being playing the whole year. Jelly's basically hasn't been playing. So I'm expecting Zyler to step up. I'm expecting B. Whale to step up. Those are the guys that need to step up. What's your thought?
I mean, hopefully Panko, Breadcrumbs, and Jelly can come in there. I guess Jelly is Ellison's nickname, but I've just been calling him Panko, Breadcrumbs. Just who are these guys, right? I know last time this happened, it was. Let's see. Who are the linebackers we got? I'm blanking. It's early in the morning for me.
What?
LJ Fort and
Bynes and Fort.
Yeah,
and
Bynes
Peanut.
and Fort. Yeah. I couldn't think of the name. No, the new guys that we got, and it was the same thing. Who are these guys, right? What can they actually do? Now, I don't expect it to be a similar situation where all of a sudden they come in and holy crap, we're killing it now on defense. Maybe not killing it, but we're playing sound, fundamental defensive football, being in the right spots. I have no idea. I mean, they are here to stop the run, and I feel like that's something you can just kind of go into any team and be like, all right, I'm here to stop the run. I don't have any expectations, but I'm hopeful that they can kind of do their thing, do what they were born to do.
So the big thing for me is Pecco needs to make sure he doesn't miss assignments. I mean, if he can suck two blockers, that will be a stretch. All I need is basically hold your place in the line, not get pushed back. Jelly might have a better time, maybe sucking two blockers, maybe. But again, it might be a stretch also with him. Big thing is B. Will and Zyler was balling against the Bungles, against the Bagels. The big problem with him, he wasn't finishing. No. He didn't finish. He needs to get that sack. He needs to finish. Now, the other thing that worries me, I don't know what's your thoughts with this, Craven. Running backs out of the backfield. Not necessarily Carlos Hyde. Hyde worries me between the tackles. We need to plug those holes. We need to stay disciplined. Is that running back, Duke Johnson, out of the backfield? I think Peanut needs to be alert of him. And if not Peanut, I think it's going to be Chuck Clark. But what is your thoughts?
Yeah, that seems to be a weakness of ours, but I think it's similar to the running quarterback. I think it's a weakness for every team. It's just something where you're not specifically trying to defend that, where you defend everything else, and that's why the running back out of the backfield is kind of consistently a successful play for most teams. I think it's just one of those plays where when you call it at the right time, it's going to be successful, and you don't want to see it happen. Let's see him catch this L.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I don't. To me, it's not as big of a deal, just because I think every team has issues stopping this style of play. And I know this is the Baltimore Ravens, right? We're known for defense, so anytime they get a yard, it's like, what's going on? Well, oh, the sky's falling. They score like one touchdown. They get 3 points, and it's, dang it, they shouldn't have scored. I want a shutout every single game. But I mean, I just think we need to relax a little bit. Everybody has success with the running back out of the backfield. It's not just our weakness. I think it's everybody's weakness.
Wait, Nacho Cheese. I love the name, by the way.
It's not yours.
Is he not playing? Duke Johnson's not playing? Because if Duke Johnson's not playing, that's big. Because I think Carlos Hyde is good, but Duke Johnson out of the backfield could be lethal.
Yeah, he always.
I see. Wait. He's talking about Michael Pierce. Yes, Luke Puckett. By the way, thank you for coming to the live stream. So the Michael Pierce, I never thought he was gonna play. He got injured. He got hurt. As soon as you see them bringing two guys, he was done.
Yeah.
My expectation was probably Mac was hurt, maybe a little bit throughout the year. That's probably they didn't activate him. And as soon as Pierce went out, they were like, well, I need him to play. I think the reality is they don't know if Pecco or Jelly, which one of those two is better. I don't expect neither of those two to be here the whole year. I'm expecting basically they keep one of them, the other one gets, canned as soon as Pierce is ready to play.
I think it's really similar to the Fort and Bynes. Like, let's just bring two in and see who's better. Let's see.
Yeah, but with the Fort and Bynes, the reason why we kept both was because
they ended up playing well. So hopefully
not only that, because it's going to be hard for you to keep doing those tackles unless you get another injury, right? Because they can't do much. I mean, not they cannot do much in the game. They're in the line. Linebackers, you can put them in the special teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they can bring another layer. Kenny Young, as soon as you traded Kenny Young, you need an extra linebacker to say, boom. That's how both of them. And it looks like which I also prefer LJ Ford over Bynes. This is just me. And I saw the extension given to the right guy. There's no knock on Bynes. Bynes has played great. But I think LJ Ford has played that much better. So continuing with this, one of the things that I heard, I don't know if you saw the podcast where we and New will have the Texans podcaster.
I saw part of it.
Okay, he was saying, well, our running game is good, which we're going to talk about it, but I want to bring the other leg. He said, we're good against our running attack. And my point with him was like, yes, you might be, but have you seen this running style? Have you seen this running attack? This running attack is not your normal running attack. Let's just attack an A gap or B gap, or sometimes let's do a stretch run. That's what you see. That's what you normally see. In here, we gave you a triple option. We see our line sometimes go stretch to the right, running back, try to attack that. As soon as the DN goes crashing to the middle, Lamar pulls that ball and goes stretch himself, and it's all wide open. Or he sees, that DN / outside linebackers waiting for me. Give it to the belly. That middle's open. So I kept saying to him, like, yes, you might say that you guys are good, which I don't doubt it. But this is a different animal on the running attack. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, you faced a regular run game, but you haven't faced this monster. Good luck. Like, this is what they're doing is historic. Like, are people not realizing this? Like, they are on pace to break a record that's been standing for 40 years. 40 years. That's almost double my age. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is insane. Like, with the way the NFL is now, where it's so pass heavy, and then the Ravens come in and break a record that's been standing since 1978 or 76. I can't remember. but like since the 70s, like that is unprecedented. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's great. They could even be the best at stopping the run, but they're not the best at stopping like a historic rate of running. Like this is historical, right? So it's, hey, good for you. You're great at running the ball, Texans. Good on you. Good on
Now,
you.
I think what's gonna happen. And Sal Zissel, shout out to you. He lives in Texas. He's ready to talk smack. I'm ready for you to talk smack. Homie with that hoodie. Shout out to you. He's a Texan fan. Thank you for joining the live stream. He says our linebackers. Our linebackers are faster than the Patriots. Should be a great battle. I think it's gonna be a great battle. What I'm saying is no knock on the Texans. I think I don't know if you saw it, homie with the whole hoodie, but if you check that game against Seattle, when Wagner thought he had Lamar, and Lamar could have just waved bye-bye to him because he was just like, yo, are you for real? And that's in bad conditions, no footing. He had no footing throughout that game. It was just bad. So it's gonna be a battle. Again, I think Lamar's gonna get around 60 to 70 yards. I don't think he's gonna go over 100. When they see the threat, and our other guys probably Ingram also getting between 60 to 80 yards, and maybe I'm thinking Gus gets 30 or 40. But with all those yardage, when they see that, they're gonna start collapsing in the middle, and that's when I see Lamar hitting them up. That's where the corners are soft. Tienen que bajarles un poquito. Dile que bajes un poquito. That's where we getting lit in here. But yeah, that's where the corners are gonna get exposed. What is your thought?
Homie with that hoodie. You're saying the same things that it seems like every other fan has been saying when facing the Ravens. Yeah, but we have fast linebackers, and I get it. You may think that. You'll see it. I don't know if you've watched the full game, but it's impressive, and he'll make your linebackers not look very fast. It's nothing against you. It's just everyone seems to say this before a Ravens game. Who's going to be facing the Ravens? Every single team's going to be saying this. Yeah, but our linebackers are fast. Yeah. I mean, they could be fast, but Lamar is just that much faster. Nothing against your defense. It's just that's how fast and elusive Lamar is. And yeah, because it's not just his speed; it's his elusiveness. I wonder if someone changed back Nick Vigil's Wikipedia, because I remember someone put that he was murdered by Lamar Jackson in his Wikipedia page. So I wonder if someone changed it back.
One of the main things is if you go, I watched the coach's tape against the Patriots, right? I wanted to see how did the Patriots play us. I actually thought the Patriots played us perfect. They were just zoning in between that 30 to 7 yards. They had two linebackers, good linebackers, great tackling linebackers. And they were watching. And they had two, so it wasn't like they had one spy basically running all over because they knew they couldn't catch up if they had one. They basically had a cover two, but in the shallow zone, right? Like in the intermediates. Just watching Lamar. And it didn't matter. Because what happened was he didn't go over 100, which again, I'm not expecting him to go over 100. But what they did was he ran enough for them to start getting a little bit softer. And then he was able to expose with some of the throws with the arm. And also they were so worried on Lamar that every time in that read option, even when he was giving the ball, he was faking like he was running. And now that was confusing everybody. So that is very big.
I'm looking at a comment. I don't know if you want to hear from Third Coast TV. Maybe we want to break it down a little bit more.
Sure.
It's Lamar is very impressive, but are you saying the only way the Ravens win if Lamar runs? I mean, honestly,
no.
That's kind of what our offense is, though. He doesn't have to run, but it's the fear of his running, which opens everything up. I mean, obviously the team has changed, but this was a 4-5 team with Joe Flacco, and Lamar comes in and we go on a crazy run. He is the reason why we have won more games. Obviously, there's a whole team and everyone contributes, but schematically, like he is kind of what brings the Ravens to football relevance.
So Third Coast, this is what I will say. He's gonna run in again 60 to 70 yards. So I'm not saying he's gonna broke over 100 yards or anything. What I'm saying to you is he's gonna run enough for that Texas defense now to bite when he when he pulls the ball in that play action, which is a read option, he pulls the ball. They're going to think, okay, we need to go down because he might run. And that's where Hollywood Brown can make a big play. That's where Mark Andrews gets loose. That's where Hayden Hurst gets loose. That's where Boyle last week got loose. Then you still have other guys like Snead and Boykins. Yes, there goes. He is going to run. But I don't think this week he's going to beat you with the legs. It's more like the legs is going to put you that doubt in their mind enough for him to then thrive in the pass. I think he goes for 270. So this is the stats that I'm thinking. 270 yards in the passing, 2 touchdowns on the passing side, 70 yards rushing. So that's roughly what I see Lamar. No interception, no fumbles.
Yeah, man, I see this being a huge passing day for him. I don't know if he's gone over 300 yet, but I think this is the game that he does. I think, I think their corners they're definitely not the best that we've played. And so I think they just come out passing the ball like crazy, and I think it causes them to maybe try to fix that in the back and change up their coverage. So I think eventually that the Ravens go empty and Lamar gets like maybe 1 or 2 big scrambles, but I don't think it's going to be a big like running day for him. Like, hey, we're taking the ball with you. It's not an option. It's, hey, we're empty backfield. We've been killing you with the pass all game. So, now it's time to just scramble it every once in a while.
And one of the reasons that I think we are going to be okay also throwing is because without J.J. Watt, they only have the one pass rusher, which his name escapes me. And what's going to happen is if they try to blitz, that's when Lamar's going to run, and that's when he's dangerous. I don't think they're going to blitz. I think what they want to have is that pocket. They want to create that pocket so he cannot escape. But to create that pocket, you need 6-7 people, right? And that's where you're going to have your passing lanes because now you're getting exposed. That's what I'm saying. Now, Max Murphy, haven't made a live stream in a minute. I stream every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, which I take callers. So last Tuesday, I didn't take callers. This next Tuesday, I'm going to be in my house, so I will be taking callers. Let me see here some of the other comments. I see Team Triple G is on fire here in the live stream with his Niners. Dude, I need you to come to my live stream.
I'm going to that Niners game.
Yeah, there you go. But when we do the Niners stream, I'm going to probably try to do it live again with the podcaster from the Niners. So I want to see you there.
Right.
Texans are ranked 28th and 29 in pass. Yes, Don Wayne. This is exactly what I'm saying. And now, because we're going to put that seed that we're going to run, they're going to be so worried on the running side that I think there's going to be lanes on the passing game. Let me see here. J.J. Watt affects our gap assignments. Him being out is a plus. I think that's a stretch. Rita Scarlett to make a big play. Okay.
J.J. Watt being out is a plus.
That's what he's saying. So,
sometimes you gotta go backwards, go forwards, right? It's a way of life.
So, Max, one thing I will say, because this has happened to me before, this is all YouTube's fault. If you want to make sure you stay up to date every time I put a live stream, just hit that bell, and it will alert you when I go live. That's the main thing. If you don't put that, then YouTube is like, sometimes it will let you know, sometimes it won't. Also, remember, guys, we are here at BlueGrass. Wings were dope. Drinks are amazing. So if you're looking at a place to hang, I know it's cold outside, to hang before the game, swing by here. I'm going to talk to Chef Will also to make a watch party in one of these, probably away games. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to the Niners game too. Wait. Oh, I lost that. Where is he at? Jason Halbrook. Shout out to you, man. But be a cold AF. Oh, it's going to be cold. Although Maryland is weird like this, that you will have, we have had Christmas Day be 70 degrees. Beautiful, sunny. Last year, that playoff game, which was January something, it was gorgeous. It wasn't that cold. It was gorgeous. Okay. Hold on. And plus, wait. This is a 2-part comment. So I lost the first part, but it says, and plus Jimmy H is not. He's talking about Jimmy G.
Probably Jimmy G.
Okay.
They're right next to each other.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Jimmy H is his brother.
So it's funny. the Texans. Shout out to the Texans fan that are joining the live stream. And it's funny. We have like 2 or 3. I feel like not 2 or 3, but Triple G, man. He's relentless. He wants to make sure. Can't wait now for that game. Okay, so which receiver do you think it has a big game on both teams? I'm gonna let you go first, Craven, while I sour this wing. Go ahead. Which receiver you think is gonna have a big game?
Obviously, you got to go Hopkins, and I think Hollywood Brown. He's just too quick. He's doing what he kind of started with before he got injured again. Just slowly but surely getting back in the lineup. And I mean, Hollywood and Lamar seem to be like best friends on the team. And so it seems like Lamar is definitely trying to push him the ball. So I have him starting in a couple fantasy leagues. So I'm hoping he goes off. I think he does. I think it's going to be one of his biggest games, getting back healthier and healthier and healthier. Maybe he won't get fully healthy, but, we see what he can do already, even on that bum ankle. And I think Hopkins, he's just you're not going to be able to guard him for 6 seconds, and Deshaun Watson's going to be able to hold it for that long. I could see that. He's tough to bring down even if you get to him. So
I think Hopkins will have a couple catches, like 3 or 4, 70 yards. He might get a tud.
70 that was the easy answer, but I was going with the easy pick.
So with Hollywood on the other side, I think he's going to have an okay game. I think he has at least 2 big plays. Bless you. I think he has 2 big plays, but I think then the safety's going to start creeping up over him. Then I'm expecting none of the other receivers. The other receivers are going to have okay games. I'm expecting, again, the tight ends. I'm expecting Andrews and Hurst. You have a big game. Hurst specifically is super fast, super shifty for a tight end. Andrews is just a bully, but Hurst is shifty and fast. I'm expecting him to have a good game when they try to pair a corner or a tight end or safety with him. So those are my takes. The one. Thank you, by the way. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and check Craven. If not, check out him on YouTube. But also, like I said, check him whatever you listen to a podcast. Go type Craven some Ravens. Go there, put subscribe there, and that way, when you're in the damn traffic in Maryland, which happens, or you're 4 o'clock or wherever you're from, I said to my boy. Anyway, let's see here also what comments. Let me see here.
Third Coast Sports said again, and I'm kind of agreeing with him. If Peters guards Hopkins, it will be a long day. I think that for sure. I think I don't think you can just guard him one-on-one. I don't think Hopkins is a guy that you can confidently, even with a Marlon Humphrey, say, all right, you go one-on-one. I just think Hopkins, even when he's covered, he has the ability to make a great catch.
So that's what I'm saying. I still think he's going to get around 70 yards in a tug. My big point is he's saying Humphrey's your only option. He's not. I think Peters can contain him. Nobody will stop him. Peters can contain him. And Smith, Jamie can contain him too. We had 3 big, tough corners. That's my big thing. I don't know why people say that Lamar gets no love when this whole week. No, I will say nacho cheese. I think Lamar is getting love now. For the first time, we're talking about him as an MVP. My big problem is, why are you talking about him being an MVP behind Russell Wilson when Lamar went to his house and beat him? That is my problem. He took down Belichick. Why are we talking about Lamar like, oh, he's good, but he cannot be as good as Russell? They already went 1-1. Who was the one that took that team in the back and make them win in Seattle? One of the toughest plays. Yes, one of the toughest plays to play. All I hear is the 12th man, the 12th man, the 12th man, the 12th man. Nobody wins in Seattle. Nobody wins in Seattle. But you know what? Lamar went to Seattle, and we got a dub.
Yeah, quit worrying about the 12th man. Where was your 11th man? Where was your 10th man? Because you couldn't stop Lamar. Maybe you get some extra players.
They needed that 12th man over there.
Maybe they need a 13th or 14th man. Maybe they could have stopped him.
So look what Max says. I have a feeling it's going to be a committee, a good committee game, good, but at the same
game.
Okay, gotcha. At the same time, I think we come off with somewhat comfortable win, like we did against Seattle. I think this is the first game that we're going to be tight, and we're going to win by 6 is my score prediction. I think because this is going to happen, and I'm going to lose some years of my life. What's going to happen is the other team is going to be driving. late in the game. We're up by 6, and we hold them for a fourth and whatever. We stop them and win the game like that. An exciting game, hell of a game. A game that you lose years out of your life because this is what Ravens fans have. You lose years out of your life because it is what it is. That's how the Ravens like to play. Last week, they gave us a chance with the Bungles, with the Bagels. They said, you can relax. You don't have to worry about anything. But this week, it's not going to be like that. So, let me see here. Also, Lamar is MVP. He beat that. He beat the Ravens.
Right,
Look at the first Triple G. I haven't followed all the comments that you have been saying because the comments have been coming quick. So yeah, but this is a good, sensible thing. So look, I was gonna say we will be streaming live in 30 minutes. That's what Third Coast Sport TV. You can go check what he's gonna say because roughly in 30 minutes is when this live stream ends. So go check my boy over there, Third Coast. You can always hit me up if you want to do like a follow up analyst. Okay.
I just realized Third Coast. They have the Gulf Coast. I just realized that. I was like, Third Coast. I don't even understand this. Like, duh. Makes sense now.
Go Dynasty. Shade stream with Sauce Sports. I'm not sure what that means, but let's talk out. Tim Moore says best way to shut Lamar down is to keep him on the sidelines. That's how it's actually. Yes, you're right. So if they're gonna milk the clock, of course that can happen because this is we didn't talk about this, Craven. This is a good running team. This is a good team that just likes to pound the ball. We have no Pierce this week. So expectation is what?
That we win? I mean, I'm sorry, what was the question? I was looking at my phone because I saw in the Twitter someone commented. See if you can get what's the B word in here.
Yeah, tell him to swing by. You can write that. No, so what I was saying is to him, or not to him, to the on the running attack, their running attack. We don't have Pierce. We have again Pecco and Jelly. What is your expectation for us to do, or how are we gonna contain that running attack? Because that is Lamar Jackson is good, but I'm more afraid of the running attack for some reason. But you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing about our team is that everything's kind of predicated off of having Brandon Williams and Michael Pierce. These two guys that really on every single play they need a double team for them to kind of be moved. So that's 4 offensive linemen. So I'm hoping these big guys can come in and kind of just fill the place. Like, hey, your job is to just stack the line, right? Just be an immovable object and just kind of stand there, allowing your linebackers to come free. They are a pretty good running team. So I think obviously that they'll get some yards. Hopefully they don't get as many as the Bengals, but I mean at the same time, the Bengals are moving the ball and everyone's concerned like, oh, they keep running the ball, they're killing us in the run. They scored 13 points, and that's really what defense is about. So if they move the ball this game, as long as we keep them out of the end zone, I am 100% fine. Get as many yards as you want on the ground, get as many yards as you want through the air. Stop them from getting in the end zone. That's my hope.
So the bend not break scenario for this game is important. But I was one of the guys that was concerned with the Bungles, with the Bagels game. I didn't like that we had Mixon rushing for 130 yards. I thought that was unacceptable. I thought that was dumb. I thought in my preview of the game, I said we need to make sure the running attack for them is 0. Not 0, but containing to 60-ish yards. And make the kid beat you. And we couldn't. Soon as Pierce left. Now, he only averaged 3.4 yards a clip, I think.
Yeah,
so that's
they ran the crap out of him. They ran him into the ground, right? Yeah.
So if we're going to do like that, that's fine. Also, turnovers. Are you expecting any turnovers coming up?
I think so. Deshaun Watson, I don't watch every single play, but it seems like the reason he's able to get all these highlight plays, all these crazy kind of, oh my God, how do you get out of the sack? It's because he holds on to the ball. He likes to play what you call hero ball. He likes to, make a touchdown every single pass. That he really wants to be successful. He doesn't want to take a playoff kind of, he doesn't want to accept a defeat. So he will, I believe, at some point have maybe someone around him and just kind of throw it up. Just throw it up, and then one of our guys comes down with it. Who? I don't know. Maybe Earl Thomas, because maybe he just throws it up, and Earl Thomas is just roaming in the back there. Yep. Maybe Peters gets another one, which is crazy. I saw the craziest thing on Twitter. It was Marcus Peters has more touchdowns than Kenny Young has tackles for the new team. Like,
Wow.
so, which is crazy. I mean, the trade was worth it. A free pick from a guy in free agency and a guy who hasn't even gotten a tackle on the new team for a guy with 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, no. That was a titty beauty. That was beautiful. That was perfect. By the way, guys, a couple of things. Again, BlueGrass. If you want to come join Good Drinks, we have half an hour here to go. But so if you hop in, you can hop in the live stream. But if you just want to enjoy a good, like I said, a little bit relaxed, a little bit more, a little bit out from the big, stadium, just to eat and have a couple of drinks before you head to the stadium, come here. If you want to watch the game, this is a really good spot. I cannot show you the TVs because I'm sure YouTube will just go and put a copy claim and drop this link. But they have TVs here, very nice environment, hell of good drinks, hell of good wings. So swing by.
You said it was by power plant?
It's like a block from power plant. It's in the Fairfield.
I like power plant. That's a cool spot.
Yeah, so for example, Craven, because I know you're coming here, this is a perfect place for you to enjoy good drinks. It's just nice area. Okay. The other thing is somebody here said something about Jimmy Smith, and they said we only have one good corner too. No, guys, we had corners, especially again. I feel like when we go against smaller receivers, I'm more concerned because our corners are all big. We used to have Taylor Young, smaller, shifty guy. We don't have him right now. So our big corners struggle because they like to play in the line, they like to jam, and that's hard when you don't have that, right? So yes, go Dynasty Raven. That's exactly the address. Anyway, so that's my concern. If it was a smaller receiver. But I think we should be fine. Again, I'm not talking about stopping completely D-Hop. I will never claim that we can just shut him down because that's not true. That's not real.
Oh, bro, we're going to shut him down, bro.
No.
They ain't got anything on us.
We cannot say that. Now, what I will say is we can contain him. We can work on having him, have them somewhat limited. That's what I'm saying.
But don't break.
Ban and no break. That is important. And turnover wise, I don't know if we would be able to get a turnover on Deshaun. I'm not sure. Deshaun is a hell of a quarterback. He's good. He's strong. He's fast. Not like Lamar, but he's fast. I see him being more timid on the running side since he got injured. And and Tim Moore. Yes, I think our tight ends are gonna be big in this game because the linebackers for them are gonna be so worried with Lamar that they're gonna get out of position. They're gonna see Lamar having the ball, and they're gonna feel the need to go to him, and that's where the tight end leaks out and gets that touchdown.
I don't.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't. I think if we do get an interception, it's gonna be late. Like it's not gonna be an early interception. And if we get a turnover early, it's gonna be a wide receiver or a running back fumbling it. Someone coming through with the punch, that peanut punch. But yeah, go ahead with what you were saying.
No, what I was saying is they asked for score prediction. I don't remember if you did a score prediction. Did you
I said 42-33 Ravens. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. So
what was it? Because you froze for a moment.
42-33.
42-33. My God,
I'm going big, baby.
No defense. Okay, so I'm
no defense this game.
I'm thinking 33-27. Ravens. I think that's still a high scoring game. But a little bit closer. By the way, you were showing me your bets. I bet the Ravens were winning the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. I bet they were winning their division, so I'm winning one of those bets. I put those back.
Yeah.
Where was it? In Hollywood, at the Vegas casino. I bet
I put money down through my bookie. I just put $1 down just because I didn't put that much money in it. No, my bookie, the website.
Oh, my bookie.
I don't have a bookie.
No, you said I put money on my bookie. I'm like, oh, whoa! I don't want to hear this. You two, that's not me. Check him out. It's not me.
Right. So, I just put $1 down on Lamar winning the MVP like way before training camp. I just put $1 down, and it was like 160 to 1 on. So I'll get $160, just off a $1 bet.
This is for you. That was for you.
That was for you. Not happening.
I
All
don't
right,
think
let's
it's
look at.
happening either.
We should look at the scores of their previous games because I don't
Go
know.
check that out while I check some of the comments here. Michael Pierce, I haven't seen the inactive report coming out through the wire yet. My expectation is he's gonna be out. That's just me. Silas 314, what up? 31-21. I like that score. This game will come down to the last drive. That's what I said. 42-33 is crazy. This is Tim Moore, by the way. Watson has never lost a game by more than one touch. Oh yeah, that's true. Anything can happen. 45-39 Texans. Richard Smith went even higher than you. He went to the other side. He went with the Texans. Any given Sunday, that is true. Any given Sunday, but I just hear no evil, see no evil. LOL. What's the B word? I sent a link, bro. If you want to hop in, we have a couple minutes left. You can join the live stream. Okay, you were checking the scores. Go.
Yeah. So first game of the year, Saints put 30 on them.
Yep.
Not that bad, So they haven't been scored on a lot. The Falcons put 32, and the Falcons kind of trash. Chiefs only put 24. The Colts put up 30. So it seems like their limit is allowing 30 points. But something the Ravens do is time of possession. And these past weeks, the reason they've been scoring so much is a defensive touchdown. So maybe when I say 42, it's like, hey, maybe we get another defensive touchdown.
You're expecting. So you're saying, Sonny, I'll take your 33. And I think we're going to score another touchdown on the defensive side.
Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe a turnover close to the goal line. I don't know. I just think we're going to be able to move the ball.
Look what my boys Wolfgang Z says. We should get 200 yards rushing. Damn, what did I say? I said like 70.
Sounds like a lot, but that's normal for us. So
yeah, so I said 70 for Lamar. I said 70 or 80 for Ingram. So that's 140, and I said around 30 to 44. So that's what I'm close to that. I'm like in the 180 range. Wolfgang. And you just shoot that time, you eat that clock, and then you should be good. God's son, let's go. I'm telling you, let's go. We there's the other thing is, and this is something I said to the Texans podcaster. They're coming out of a bye. It's one of the reasons that I was like, coming out of a bye, how's that gonna be? But main thing is at home. If it wasn't at home, like if they were coming out of a bye and it was in Houston, I would tend to think they have even a bigger advantage. But our Ravens fans, they're excited. Look, I was driving here around, 9:30? It was just all you can see is purple already. 9:30 in the morning. Guys are already working on tailgating and all that. So it's important to be us, the fans, that if you guys are going there, be loud, cheer for the team. When our offense is there, I will say, look, for all the crap we want to talk about Baker, he was right. When your offense is there, you want to tone it down. You definitely want to tone it down. When your defense is there, be the hell loud. And that's the thing. Now, something here I saw. Ravens got this 2013. Texas go up by 14, and Ravens will fold. This is take Tim Moore. Can play catch up with run game. Miller can carry the game with his arm. Miller? Assuming he was trying to say Lamar. Okay, and then our boy for third coast. By the way, shout out to you. You've been great in here. Our red zone offense efficiency is spectacular. Who's jumping with Aaron Fells and Jordan Thomas? That's what I've said. Fells is good. That's all he does. I'm expecting Jimmy Smith to be put on Fells on the red zone. That's just me. We have big tight ends. We can contain those. We have big corners. We can contain those tight ends in the red zone. Now through the game in the red zone.
Yeah, the red zone efficiency on defense is also pretty similar. Not very good. They're just allowing the other teams to score pretty effectively in the red zone, if I'm not mistaken on that one. So
here, Javon says, I got a feeling that Judon will eat today. I think so too. I'm expecting Judon to have 1 or 2 sacks. The lower the score, the more it's favored to the Ravens. As Texans have the edge. Maybe. You definitely have the more. The Texans definitely have the more trusted receiver. I think there's no disputing that. You have D-Hop, best hits in the league, no doubt. So here says, knock on wood, but they have a bad coach, and a bad coach teams naturally don't. Well, yeah. So, but look at this, Wolfgang. After by, O'Brien is 4-1. Take it for whatever it's worth. I didn't check who the opponents were. That division has been soft for a couple years. It might have been just soft teams, but. And what of the B word? Are you streaming after the game? My baby is doing too much right now. No, I'm not. I will have my thoughts of the game later today. It won't be a stream, but what you will see is at halftime. Follow me, SCG Sports, on Twitter or Instagram. One of those two places, I'm gonna stream during halftime. That's what I do. Take a couple minutes, stream, see what I'll tell you what I see, what adjustments we need to make, and all that. Okay. I'm scared of Stills. Okay, so Stills is a guy that can definitely come and bring the top off for them. So we need to be sure we contain Stills. It's important for us to contain Stills. Aaron, what's up? So with Stills, I think Peter should be able to contain Stills. Let me see here.
Hollywood is out. I just saw that comment.
No! What?
Is that a real thing, or are you just trolling us?
No. We need to find this out, Craven. We need to look for this.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien, he makes a great GM, mortgaging the future of the team to win now. So there you go.
He wanted to make sure.
He traded Clowney, and how many draft picks has he gotten rid of this year?
Oh, he's like the. So look, Enactus. No, Enactus. He's not there.
Get out of
Chris Moore and Jalen Scott are the two wide receivers that are inactive. So let's talk inactive. Trace McSorley, Chris Moore, Jaleel Scott, Iman Marshall, Ben Powers, Zach Seiler. That surprised me. And then Michael Pierce. Look who I have here. Look who I have here. Look who I have here.
I wasn't sure if you saw it or not. What's going on, yo? How y'all doing this morning, man?
We're good, man. Where you driving to?
Man. Cool, man. I just had to go pick up some propane tanks to grill later, so I'm getting ready for the game in a little bit, man. But appreciate you having me on real quick, man. I just had to stop through and say what's up. And I don't know who that troll was that said Hollywood wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all didn't take the bait, man.
No. I was like, what? So I want to check the inactive. Okay, so great, because I know you're driving, so you're probably gonna be short here. Tell me, score prediction. What do you think of this game? Go.
Oh, I don't like doing these, man. Score prediction. Oh man, I think this is gonna be a crazy one. I'm saying 40 to 30, 33. 40 to 33.
Ravens.
Hey, I'm with you. I said 42 to 33. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're clicking.
Oh wow.
You guys see a very high scoring game.
I think Lamar is just on this roll right now. I think this team has kind of hit this groove. You know, they're fully going full steam down this slide right now. And I think, the way Greg Roman, he's found his groove. Lamar is feeling it. And I think he's one of these guys that when he's feeling it, it's unstoppable. He's one of these guys that kind of feels the game. And that's kind of one of the reasons why he doesn't get hit, because he feels the game. And so I think right now as a team, they're feeling it. They're feeling good. You look good, play good, all that type of fun stuff. So I think it's an awesome game.
I know Texans have the number 3 run defense. So if Ravens get that run game, I think it'll be game over, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be if Ravens can get comfortable doing what they do, and as long as they play their game, they something serious, man. So hopefully they continue to play their game, and we just got to see how it works out, man.
Okay, so I have a Texan podcaster here in the chat. And he said no more than 33 at the most.
Okay.
So that's what he said.
Maybe on offense.
So do me a favor. Do me a favor, Craven. Can you hit him up on Twitter and give him the link if he wants to join the stream for the last 50 minutes?
Yeah. Is it a link from this website?
No, the same link that I put.
Okay.
On the same link that you click. Okay, so in Ravens, so what do you think is going to be Lamar's numbers?
Oh, boy. the pass defense is shaky. The run defense is good though. I'm gonna say 2 touchdowns through the air, and
2 touchdowns.
you know
That's what I
what?
said.
At least 1 running, but I'm thinking maybe 2 running. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 and 2, and maybe 1 interception too. But 2 touchdowns, two passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, maybe about 70 yards rushing. I don't think he's gonna go crazy on the ground, but if he does, hey, no problem. I would have no problem being wrong about that. As far as passing yards through the air, I say 275. Yeah, it's about
275.
275.
That's what I said.
So
I think I said 270 and 70 on the rushing side. No touchdown rushing, 2 touchdowns passing. So we're similar.
Oh man, this game, man, this game is like this game is hype, man.
So for me, it's very important for the whatever it's worth. I know he says that he doesn't care for MVP. He beats Watson. That's another step toward that direction. I think Watson is a hell of a player. He's really, really good. I like Watson a lot.
Yeah, I love Deshaun Watson too, man. Love Deshaun Watson.
So what do you think? How do you think we're gonna contain? Again, I keep saying contain because I don't think we're gonna stop D-Hop. There's no way we're gonna stop D-Hop. If somebody comes here and tells you, any Raven fan that tells you we're gonna shut down D-Hop, could happen. Sure, it could, but I don't think this gonna probably happen.
I honestly don't even think shutting D Hopkins down is even too far fetched, because Marlon Humphrey is that good. It'll be tough though, but Marlon Humphrey, because Odell Beckham Jr. is not DeAndre Hopkins, but he is up there as one of those top receivers. And Marlon Humphrey completely removed him from the game. It's like he wasn't even playing. So he got the ability to do it. And I know a lot of people got on me when I brought up that Jimmy Smith. Last time Jimmy Smith tried to cover D Hopkins, he got dogged, but his Achilles was hurt. Well, they shouldn't have put him on. But I don't even think it's that far fetched that they take him out the game. But it is a super tough task because he is, in my opinion, he's the best, man. He's the best receiver in the game. And he is gonna what's his name? Deshaun Watson's gonna try him, man. He's gonna make sure he tries to get him the ball because he's a playmaker, man. He can hit you with the deep passes, the short everything. He can do every type of route, every type of play. The dude is something serious, man. Will Fuller is out, so that's big, but Will Fuller's been hurt, so Texans already used to life without him. Kenny Stills. Sneaky Kenny Stills, man. They're gonna have to watch him. But yeah, back to your question as far as can they shut down D Hopkins? I think Marlon Humphrey can, man, but he just can't have like everything that Eric Weddle talked about before with Marlon Humphrey. We getting to see it more and more, unfortunately. But because like Eric Weddle said, he can be the best in the game. He can be the best corner in the game, but sometimes he'll have these like mental lapses. Yep. And we saw that definitely in that in the Seahawks game for sure. And throughout some other games too. He's obviously been a lot more good than bad. It's like, you can't even call Marlon Humphrey bad at all. But he's had some little hiccups here and there. But if he can stay focused this entire game, because I do think they're gonna have him on D Hop the entire time. I expect him to travel with D Hop, which he's been doing with the best receiver throughout this season. Which I'm so glad that Martindale has done that, man, because we're not used to the Ravens doing that.
Nope.
So yeah, that's
I like the Mark. So there's 2 things. Is Humphrey saying, yes, I'm the best corner, give me the best guy. Right? So that's him accepting the challenge. And I love Wink saying, you're so good, I don't even have to worry. I'm going to put you with him. Now, I think if long pass situations, I can see them putting a safety over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Because the big thing with D-Hop is he's so physical. Huge hands. And all Deshaun has to do is a 50-50 ball. And Marlon can be in a perfect spot, and the dude might still catch it. So that's when you need that second guy coming from behind trying to knock that ball out. Because if Marlon is playing man, he's not going to watch the ball. He's watching him. That's important. Hold on here. Okay. So
I sent him the link, I think. So.
Yes. Okay. And Craven, I'm going to add somebody else.
How dare you?
And in Raven, both of you. So we have my boy for Third Coastal Sports TV. Wait, the stream is still coming for him. But I'm going to add him. He's the guy. He's Texans Sportscast.
Cool, man.
So I want to see what he has to say. His stream is still coming up. This is how we do it, guys. I told you guys it was gonna be a fun. We started with fantasy, then Craven came, then Royalty came with Engraved, and now and I know he hates when I say stuff like that. Shout out to him. He's one of the most humble guys that you will meet. Is my boy Team Keep It Clean. And now we're gonna have Third Coastal because why not? This is what sports is all about. When we have 10 more minutes to go, this is also about. So shout out to him. He said, "Sure, let's do it." And here he is. Shout out to you, man. How you doing?
Shout out to Engraven, man. I see your videos all the time, man. Much love to you.
Hey, appreciate
Baltimore
you, man.
Ravens. Shout out to all y'all, what y'all doing. This is major love. We got to do something a little later on. But I'm finna go ahead and put everything in this proper perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, real quick.
Minutes. Now,
Houston? Does it sound like it, man?
Huh?
You from Houston?
Yeah, I'm from the H.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear it. Because one of my boys, you sound just like him, man. You sound just like. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, man. Born and raised. But
hey, that's what's up, man.
All right, now I only got a couple of minutes. I'm going to give it to y'all short and sweet. For one, Michael Pierce and Brandon Williams are not going to be able to keep up with the way that the interior of the Texans O-line has been playing as of recently. Now, Bill O'Brien has not been the greatest coach, and I am his biggest critic. But from the Kansas City game on back, this man with Tim Kelly paired with Deshaun Watson and what they've been doing with Deshaun Watson, especially when it comes to the guys on the perimeter motioning, their run scheme, and the push that they're able to get with Titus Howard and Larry Tunsil, nobody's going to stop that off the edge for the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all guys are going to give us a good game plan, and because you do have solid coaching across the board, it's going to be some ways where it's going to look like you guys are going to get to Deshaun Watson, and just before you know it, he's going to shed a block behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to do something amazing down the field. And Kenny Stills, Kiki Kuti, Jordan Akins, if he gets involved
I forgot about him.
It's over. I'm telling you right now, if Carlos Hyde finds any creases whatsoever, if Duke Johnson exploits the hell out of y'all linebacking core, kiss it goodbye. I'm telling you right now, it'll be our first win in Baltimore, and things change very quickly when you got the quarterback of Deshaun Watson at the helm. Give me a second, son. Yeah, but I'm just letting y'all know right now, red zone, I understand what y'all do in the red zone. I understand y'all played quite some soft teams thus far. I will give y'all credit against the Seahawks. I will give y'all credit against the Patriots.
Okay.
But let it be known, the Patriots linebackers are not doing what the Houston Texans linebackers are doing right now. I understand they got Dante Hightower. Guess what? He's slow.
Yeah, but this is my point to you, Third Coast. This is what I was saying. The big thing was they didn't have a spy, right? So a lot of people talk about, we have to put one spy. One spy cannot keep up. So
you need two spies.
So I went and watched exactly.
You need for one, my game plan defensively, we need 5-6 man pressures the whole game. I want Lamar Jackson compressed in the pocket. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's not as special as Watson.
I got you. So this is exactly what so if you go and watch the Patriots defense, I went and watched the coach tape.
Right.
Essentially, they were having two spies, or what I call it a cover two, but playing in the box, right? Playing the shallow, and Raven had to go, guys. So shout out to him. Thanks for joining the live stream. So they have the two guys playing between the 5 and the 7 yards on each side. Oh, we might have lost him. Trying to contain him.
No.
Okay, go ahead. So trying to contain him, and they couldn't. Now, this is the same thing that I keep saying. He's not going to run over 100 yards against you guys. I said 60 to 70 yards is what I'm expecting. But even with that, the problem is the misdirection that this offense brings gets those linebackers out of position, and that's when Lamar attacks. That's my big thing. And on the passing side, that's where I think we're going to exploit more. Because you guys have to be concerned on the running side, have to put more people near that line. And I agree with you. Game plan should be keep Lamar behind that line as much as you can. But that's when Hollywood and the tight ends start exploiting. That's just why a lot of people say it's a shootout. I think it's a higher scoring game. Again, I put 33-28 27. Not as high as a lot of my boy Craven. I don't know your score prediction. You can say it too, but 32-27, and I think it's gonna end on a Deshaun Jackson driving the ball for scoring for the touchdown, and us stopping you guys on a 4th down play, maybe near the red zone. But I want to hear your score prediction. How you think this game is gonna unfold? And yeah.
I think we come in Baltimore and finally get our first win off of the bye week. I think they do enough in the preparation time. So I see the game 28-24. I see us barely covering the spread. I don't think we win outright. I think you guys end up covering the 4.5 spread. I see that happening. And in games where we're favored 4.5, I'd hate to say it, we win. So 5 and below, those games we win. Not only that, we've played way better and we put up the most points that we've had all season in road games. We play way better on the road than we play at home. So I'm just telling you, it's going to be a hellified game. We're going to be on the edge of our seats the whole game. I already shot a link to you. Check out szg.sports. When the game is over, you guys can do a live call in and give your thoughts and say how y'all felt about the game. But the biggest threat that you guys have is not even the quarterbacks. It's not anything else. Justin Tucker is hands down the ace in the hole for y'all.
Oh,
if the man is within 55 yards and
he's a 9 mil.
Is in the situation, that is the only way you guys win this football game. If Kaimi Fairbairn is out here missing kicks, missing PATs, and that guy keeps you in a position where you can keep the game close. Outside of that, it's just going to be a back and forth game. We're going to see who's right when the game is over. But I got a stream to do. I will check you guys out later, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for joining, bro.
As quickly as it was, and it's no problem at all. Get at me sometime later.
Take care, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
we'll check him out.
My biggest concern is the fact that they are coming off of a bye week, and they're going to have weeks worth of preparation. I listened to Bill O'Brien, their head coach, and I guess GM, and I don't know what else he does there. Maybe he's the water boy too, but he was talking to the media about this upcoming game, and it looks like he's been watching Ravens film for the past 2 weeks. I mean, the way he was speaking, it seemed like he was like, I don't know how we're going to stop him. The way he was speaking, I would suggest people go and watch that because he was spitting out stats that I don't even know. He's giving names. He's not just like, oh, they got number 8 over there. They got this guy, showing disrespect. He's like, they're very good. They use their tight ends and Mark Andrews, he can catch. It sounded like he was doing a Ravens podcast, the way he was speaking up on the podium. So he's definitely been watching tape. So hopefully, he doesn't have anything planned too crazily, but I like the way he was speaking. So I think he's definitely a good enough coach when it comes to like X's and O's. So he's probably got something, but once again, people have tried everything to stop this Ravens offense. And when it's clicking and when we don't shoot ourselves in the foot with turnovers, that's when we can't be stopped, really. I mean, I have yet to see it when we don't have like stupid penalties, shit like that.
Okay, so as we are shutting down this stream, couple things. Again, BlueGrass, great place to be. The wings were good. I didn't eat the waffle. The waffle was amazing. Looked to be a sweet potato? No?
Sounds bomb.
What was it? Red velvet.
Ooh,
red velvet waffle.
Velvet? Get out of town. Game over.
So that's from the chef, Red Velvet. It was amazing. I can tell you, I ate the wings. Obviously, they were top notch. I'm not lying. They were the best wings that I tried. Best bone-in wings that I tried. They were delicious. My boy Miguel, he was here. He loved them too. The drink, the tequila sunrise, spectacular, man. Made me want to go to the beach after that drink. But also, to wrap up, game I see 33-27 Ravens. Deshaun Jackson, 2 passing touchdowns, 70 yards on the rushing side. The other thing I think Ingram might get a touchdown, or Gus, one of those. I expect them to get a touchdown. Big game from the tight ends, and okay from Hollywood. We stopped them late in the game on a 4th down try, and that's how I see us finishing the game. What about you, Craven? And then tell them where they can find you.
Just super excited for this game. I think this is definitely one of the tougher matchups that we are going to have all year, just because Deshaun Watson, he can do it all. They're coming in. So they're coming off a bye, like I was saying before. So it's definitely going to be tough. Super excited to watch this one. I think this is going to be a white knuckler, as they would say. So going to be gonna be pinching off some. I don't know. It's gonna be nervous, man. But you can just find me on YouTube. You can find me on iTunes Podcast, Google Play. Just look up Craven Some Raven. This is what I do. It's not just my podcast. It's how I live my life. I am craving some Raven. In the off season, it's like, come on, man, just give me one hit, just one tackle. Come on, man. I'm craving some Raven. I live and breathe this stuff. A fun fact about myself that I kind of want to get out there is that my last name is actually Owings, as in like Owings Mills, and I am related to those guys. Like I am a descendant from the people of Owings Mills. So
Look at that.
this is my team. Like they're playing on my land. They practice on my old school land, which is pretty cool. So I was born and raised in Maryland, but now I live in New Mexico. So I am excited for this game. Just thought I'd throw out some of those facts. Like I said, Craven Some Raven. You can find me everywhere. Twitter too. I just enjoy football, man. So let's get this W.
Let's get this W. And if you haven't check out my boy What's the B Word channel as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the live stream. An hour and a half. I told you I was gonna do an hour and a half. Stay tuned. I want to do a watch party for an away game here in this bar. I think it's good. I think it will be fun. So stay tuned. Hit me up on Twitter, IG. Don't forget to hit that bell in the channel. That way, when I come to a live stream, you can get alerted. Okay? I will see you next time. Peace out, guys. Take care.